Jeremy Swayman, 6-4-0, 3.09, 899 save percentage. The Bruins have not played since they beat the Maple Leafs a couple of games ago. And as they arrived in town and walked out with a 5-3 victory, including Fraser Minton's empty net goal. We're underway as the Bruins in black. Zadorov to the right wing side. Broken up and a bad giveaway. And here's a pass in front. Brilliant save, rebound. Another brilliant save made by Stolarz. Puck still in the Toronto zone. Oh, my, what a couple of big saves that was from Anthony Stolarz. Good tie up in front of the net made there by Bobby McMahon, but the Bruins are onto the puck. And we get another whistle with an arm up here from the official. Pass goes around back of the Toronto goal. Fed by Arvidsson up on the wing. It comes back to the point, and a shot deflects. And boy, are we ever behind on the audio here, or ahead on the audio. The Bruins have scored on a deflection in front of the net on the power play, and it is 1-0 Boston. The Bruins got it back of the net. Kostelic couldn't do much with it. Another penalty coming here, who I assume will be heading to the bench to get a change. And now a turnover here, and Lorenz shoots, scores! A turnover in the Boston zone, and Steven Lorenz hammers it past Swayman with the Leafs' first shot on goal, and we are tied at ones.
That might have been Arvidsson, Joe, or pardon me, it was Charlie McAvoy.
And along the boards in the near corner, trying to dig it free.
Boy, is this another penalty? We look like we got a Bruin.
It's Alex
bent
Steves. First penalty is over. The Leafs are back to a 5-on-4. Pasternak a shot. Blocker save. Our television feed here has frozen.
Shots on goal are 5-1.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh.
Sounds like the
That
Bruins
doesn't
have
sound
scored.
good. So we're assuming the Bruins have scored on the power play.
The second power, third specialty team goal of the game. 2 power play goals for the Bruins, a shorthanded marker for the Leafs.
Kuznetsov, that didn't connect, and it is cleared down into the zone, and we get a hit right at the blue line, and Zadorov fills in another Maple Leaf.
Now, is that not interference?
Ekman Larson is taking up the behalf, but nothing more.
Leafs have not really had the puck in the Boston zone set up.
There's McMahon pushing it to the side of the goal and went through the goal crease. I don't know if they'll give him a shot on goal on that. Riley was blocked. Good block there by Alex Steves. Riley with it again, centering. No shot on goal. Bouncing puck towards the goal line. Down is Swayman, and he's able to cover up on it. Brandon Carlo plays it up the boards, but the Bruins are there. Boston again trying to forecheck and doing a nice job. Alex Steves working in with a shot. And as you can hear, he scores. Former Leaf farmhand scores against his old team, and it is 3-1 as the product of the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame puts one right between the legs of goaltender Anthony Stolarz.
And this is a bad one. I mean, more giveaways in their own zone. There's no call on the slash to the stick to McCabe.
Couple of players with their first goals of the season as a rolling puck goes into the goal crease and is covered up. To Steves.
Boston number 88 has a minor penalty for tripping.
Tavares couldn't come up with it, and the Bruins get it out, and they'll play it to center ice and have a bit of a 2-on-1 break, and a shot. Hildeby the save. The rebound was knocked just wide on the far side of Arvidsson. Waiting for their change to complete. Gets it up at center, and a pass it over the line, and a breakaway in on goal. Scores! David Pasternak on a quick breakout and a breakaway from the Leaf blue line in. It is 4-1 Boston. They have not defended nearly well enough to be considered to be a playoff contending team. And now we get some shoving with Roy at the Toronto bench.
Of course, the danger is a turnover.
Yes, exactly.
And, are you getting back or going to the bench?
You had to think the Bruins run for that long. Now here's a chance for the Leafs in front of the net and a shot. And it was whistled wide of the net by Loren. And the Bruins are going to just relieve the pressure by knocking it out and down into the Toronto zone. Myers playing it up the boards at center and brought in over the line. Breakaway chance. Raw! And he shot it wide. Guess they did. The linesman says they did get to the red line. Didn't matter. Went on goal anyway, so there wasn't going to be any icing. Hit from behind by Zadorov.
Boy, he's just getting carte blanche, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Matthews takes a run at him and gets it around back of the net.
By the way,
Bruins,
that hit that Zadorov got away with on Matthews, numbers into the boards. Matthews has left the game and gone to the Leaf dressing room.
Michelli, he ran into his own man then in Steven Lorenz, and the Bruins are through center, and a Bruin was hauled down, but no call. Brought back now with the pass in front, the backhand shot. Big rebound in front, down to Swayman, but he couldn't get his glove on it. That was a bit of a gift, I would suggest. That looked like a penalty against Toronto as Domi gets it to the point. Now a shot deflects, and the mask of Swayman has come off. He sends it across the goal crease, no one there. And it is flipped off the glass and up into the, or is it a penalty? That is looked after by someone coming off the bench. You've taken our best player out of the game, and now here's a breakaway chance, and it's shot wide of the net off the stick of Pavel Zacha. Well, he's going to get well past that if he continues at this pace and across the line.
Now the Bruins are going to get a too many men in the ice penalty that we've heard.
Swept in front. No, didn't get to Domi. He gets it on the end boards, trying to play it back to the point. That's picked off, and the Bruins have got a 2-on-1 break. In on the left wing, leading the rush, trying to get into Jeannot, and the shot is stopped by Hildeby and covered up. Bruins back in neutral ice. Biel trying to work his way in over the line. Has a man in front, and that rings off the goalpost and went just wide. All alone in front of the net was Sean Kuraly. Bruin gets nailed. Kuraly trying to get into a fight here with Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Viel. And Ekman-Larsson is saying we're not doing anything here. Viel wants to have a piece of him.
We'll see if that's going to maybe. I think Boston had the initial call, Joe.
Robertson to the line and in on the right side. Roy gets it into the slot area, and a rolling puck goes wide of the net, and a whistle.
Looks like Kosteluk might have gone.
Kept in at the blue line now by Michelli. Michelli's wrist shot blockered away nicely, though. The puck in front of the net is cleared, and the Leaf bench just looks dead. I mean, there is no chatter. There's no nothing. It's just...
It's resignation.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And the thing is, you have an opportunity, bang one in here.
Back in the game, down low, and a backhand scores! Domi sets up Bobby McMahon coming out of the corner. Well, I said it before, from the little acorn grew the mighty oak, but they've got some work to do, but a power play goal has cut the lead in half. It's 4-2.
Now, if Matthews not available, one of the branches is severely damaged, but this was... Leafs, Morgan Riley off a face-off win.
Kuznetsov gets it to the side of the goal, and Hildeby was reaching behind him. Domi scrums the draw, played off the boards and out at center and down into Boston territory. Racing after now, we got a scrum going on around the boards, and it is Kuznetsov and Lindholm who are involved. And is that Max Domi trying to throw a punch? I think it is.
Toronto 74, minor penalty interference.
Oh, okay.
And Boston 92, 2 minutes each nothing.
That's going to be a Boston power play.
Blocking shots, how he controls things in his own end. And not having him has been a big factor. Here's Roy trying to get a backhand away.
Right now, it's the game winner out in the power play.
Kosteluk with Lowry, and a shot by Steves is deflected just wide of the net. Off the penalty box and just missed him. Puck comes back at center. Domi got knocked down as Nylander works in with a shot, and he fired it high and wide past the glove hand of goaltender Swayman. Leafs keep the puck in at the blue line. Long shot, scores from the blue line. Oliver Ekman-Larsson let it go, and the Leafs have clawed their way back somehow to make this a game. It's 4-3.
Starts with a huge penalty kill, and then Willie Nylander, Joe, does a great job on the left wing boards to block the clearing attempt to keep it in.
And the Bruins get to center and play it down into the Toronto end. Boston 4, the Leafs 3. Loose puck in front. Big save there by Hildeby. And it's cleared at center. Now Nylander strides through center. Left wing feed for Nyes. A wrist shot. That looked like it handcuffed Swayman a little bit, didn't it? Domi to the side of the net. Bobby McMahon into the slot, and a wrist shot coming. Swayman knocked down by his own man, and it's poked out at center ice, and the Leafs have to go back. And now Domi and Zadorov are looking at one another, and Domi's throwing some punches, and down goes both players with Zadorov on top. Zadorov is a much bigger man than Max Domi is. And Domi's getting the only penalty.
But going back to what I said earlier, Joe, now's not the time. Not when it's 4-3.
But the pass for him was off a stick, and the Leafs trying to clear. Don't get it by the man at the point. It was hard around, but not high enough. And a shot in front of the net, and they're going to score because of it. Pasternak on the far side makes it a 5-3 hockey game with Domi in the penalty box. I mean, wasn't much of a fight, was it? Now the Bruins are back in, and a chance there for Pavel Zacha off the rush. Puck to the side of the goal, unable to get to the front of the net was Dakota Joshua. And now we've got a couple of scraps going on as McAvoy gets involved here with Roy.
I don't know.
What's the other pile-up along the boards, and very much involved in that is Mark Kostelic.
I think the Leafs might have been getting the only penalty. Looks like it's a response from the Bruins.
Joshua is in a headlock, and Zadorov is down at the bottom of it, and is it Oliver Ekman-Larsson involved as well? Geeky's got a hold of somebody over there. Not really sure what really started that. 37 seconds left in this power play. Down low, centering pass. Oh, and Nyes is robbed by Swayman.
Yeah, it looks like the Leafs have called a timeout.
Yep. Outman the Bruins there, 3-2 as it comes into the slot. And a pass back in, deflected off Domi. Another shot stopped by Swayman. And that will do it. Another disappointing effort.